on Montana's news station.
Hey, thanks for checking in with your sports. You know, road losses are not uncommon to the Montana Grizzlies the last 2 years. They're 2-5 away from Missoula in that span, but losing to Sac State, well, and that's a new one. It's the first time the Hornets have beaten the Griz ever in 17 meetings, and it still stings a little bit. So Sac State scored 42 points last night. It's only the third time in the last 10 years a Big Sky opponent dropped 40-plus on Montana. But it wasn't just the defense. Special teams allowed a blocked punt that eventually turned into 6 for the home team. And then there was Brody McKnight having more trouble, missing his third field goal of the year for the lowest kicking percentage in the conference. Along with some continuing offensive struggles, which are yet to be solved on the field, Coach Pflugrad has just a little bit of trouble picking out the positives in this one.
It wasn't just the special teams breakdowns, you know, or the lack of sustaining drives by the offense. You know, our defense didn't tackle very well in open space. So those three things were critical and very disappointing, you know, other than the offense probably not sustaining drives throughout the year. The other two areas have been very solid.
I feel like we need to read their blitzes a little bit more and pick them up, you know, so Jordy didn't have to roll out of the pocket so much. You know, overall, I think we did all right.
You can watch the Robin Pflugrad Show in about 5 minutes or so right after we're done doing the local news thing right here. Then starting tomorrow, you can watch it anytime at GrizCentral.com. You can also watch the Sac State game anytime on that site as well. Now, the Bobcats did capture a conference road win yesterday, a 36-21 victory at Eastern Washington for their first league win. It's not often the key to a game as a kicker, but Jason Cunningham went 5 for 5 with 2 55-yarders, and his 15 points equaled the margin of victory on Saturday, giving the defending champs and their fans who have not seen their team lose at home an 0-4 start.
I was joking today, so I'm looking over, I'm like, man, we need 6 points here. You know, this is fun. I'm getting all these field goals, but, you know, field goals don't win games a lot of times. You know, you need touchdowns to beat teams like Eastern especially.
Jason Cunningham, you don't even hesitate sending him out for 55-yarders.
Yeah, I kind of did on the second one. I thought, is it really fair to have him do 2 55-yarders in the same game? But he had a lot of confidence. He felt good, obviously, and I don't think I'll ever hesitate again.
Now, Cunningham's second in the league in scoring right now, just as a side note. And the Cats host Sacramento State next Saturday. Of course, more NFL action came right at us on Sunday. The NFL bringing a milestone moment for a former Griz who just keeps on impressing. It happened in Cleveland, where everyone's saying, Colt McCoy, they love him out there at quarterback. But he meets up with Montana right here. Jimmy Wilson, Miami's 7th-round draft pick by way of the Grizzlies. First career interception. It set up a Dolphins touchdown to Daniel Thomas. Dan Carpenter, though, he played on the same team as Wilson back in the day. And he joins the party right there in the second quarter. 23-yard field goal to go up 10-7. Third quarter, how about a 41-yarder? Send it up. Send it right through. It's good right there. Dolphins lead at 13-10. Fourth quarter, Carpenter, 37 yards, no questions asked. Miami put him up 16-10 right there. He led the team in points for the day, but McCoy orchestrates an 80-yard field trip to the end zone with 43 seconds left. 11's the winning number. It's Muhammad Massaquoi. 17-16. Miami falls to 0-3, and look who he beat on the play. It was Wilson with the coverage. He cannot believe it. It's heartbreaking, but you see it again. The coverage was great. The throw was just better. You know, though, Jimmy will be just fine. That was a great play. How about this one? A look at what I found in the Superdome. Houston's Matt Schaub. This is one way to complete a pass right there. Kevin Walter catching it off 3 different players and scores. You'll see it again. It gets through Owen Daniels and Jonathan Casillas, then goes off Patrick Robinson, who got called for holding on the play, and then Walter, surprising as it may be, can head for his first touchdown of the year. The Saints would come back to win it by 7, but there's our play of the day. And back to your Montanans in the league, we saw Jimmy Wilson and Dan Carpenter, their teammate Lex Hilliard, the Kalispell native, with a 4-yard run and an 8-yard reception. Dwan Edwards starting for the Bills in their upset over the New England Patriots. He had 7 tackles. The former Bobcat, Dane Fletcher, doesn't do a whole lot in that one, nor does Croy Bierman and Shan Schillinger. And the Falcons lost to Tampa Bay. Colt Anderson also with nothing in the stat line. And the Eagles lost to the Giants. And, of course, Mark Mariani still chipping away, Robin. 1 reception for 4 yards.
Nice to see them on the NFL scoreboards.
Yes, indeed.
All right, thanks, Shane. We'll see you right after the break.